try to get in some of They Both Die at the End, and my thoughts right now about the book is I think this writing style is actually pretty good. I really like it so far. I am on page 79 now of They Both Die at the End. I was gonna finish a chapter, and then I was like, you know what, there's only a couple pages of this chapter, I'll just finish this one. I read like 5 more chapters, and oh my gosh. Okay, I just finished They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I did not want to go to bed until I finished this book, and I did it. And I almost cried because I loved the main characters so much. I loved Rufus and I loved Mateo. But overall, it was a really good story. I loved it so much, and I really want to pick up another Adam Silvera book now. We are reading The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and I'm really liking it so far. I kept trying to go to sleep, and then I was like, this chapter's almost done. I'll just keep reading, and then I just finished that book, and oh my god. Hey guys, what's up? As you can tell by this intro, the title, everything, we are reading The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I loved They Both Die at the End. I read it back in 2020 for the first Friday readathon. That was a readathon that was going on at that time, and loved it. I read it super fast, could not put it down. And now I am here with the prequel. This book and They Both Die at the End both take place in kind of a futuristic version of the world where there is this thing called the death cast, and it can predict when you are going to die. And if you are subscribed to it or signed up for it, you will get a call that your end day is blank, and that's the day you're gonna die. So like, live it up, whatever. Usually it's when you have you get like a 24-hour notice, I think it is, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I already read some of it last night, so I'll show you guys that right now. It's 9:48 now. I got to page 31, and I read 4 chapters, which is 2 of each of those perspectives, because there's 2 perspectives, Orion and Valentino. I just got to the part where Valentino recognizes Orion for the first time. He obviously doesn't know it's him yet, but he notices him for the first time in Times Square. So that's where I am, and I'm really liking it so far. Nothing too much has happened yet, obviously. Deathcast hasn't even come out yet. It's just a hype up of Deathcast and learning about these characters and their stories. So very excited to keep reading, and I will update you probably tomorrow. But yeah, super excited about it. I'm about to go to class right now. It is 9:02 a.m. Tuesday, January 31st. And we're just gonna hopefully get a lot of reading in my book today. I want to go to Barnes & Noble and possibly do some shopping and also sit in the cafe. So we'll just see what happens today. See how it goes. It's much later now. It is 5 o'clock, and I've just been doing schoolwork, and then I was watching Gossip Girl. I'm so close to finishing that. I'm kind of sad because I'm loving it. Now I'm finally sitting down and going to do some reading. So yeah, obviously, like I said, haven't made any progress since that last updated you, but we're gonna do some now. So join me, if you will. Space Ghost haunts me every single night. From afar they turn to shooting stars. Hold me tight, 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 tight. All the darkest secrets I have, a violent thrown at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. Overburdened, the way of my shoulders I'm taking. Sunday morning, yes I'm sunk to my knees on my I got to the part where Deathcast was officially released, and they were gonna call the first person that was gonna receive an end day call. And it was Valentino instead of Orion, which we all thought would be him because he has a medical condition already. He was already preparing for it. He was like, not expecting it, but he wasn't like, oh no, it's me. Like, what's gonna happen? But Valentino got it. And he just started his life in New York. He just got away from his parents. He is just trying to get his modeling career started. What's gonna happen to him? It's gonna make him die. I love Valentino. I love him. I like Orion too, but I love Valentino. So I'm very, very sad, and I feel like I might cry. I was like staring. I was like this after reading that. I was like obviously someone's gonna die because that's the point of the book, but I just can't take it. It's so sad. So something I'm already noticing, and I'm not even 100 pages in, is I'm not loving the Joaquin Rosa character, the inventor of Deathcast. Obviously, everyone is villainizing him, and we don't want to be quick to assume and everything, but I'm not loving his chapters. But they're not bad. I'm just not loving them as much. So I just read one and was like, I just want to learn. I just want to keep reading about Valentino and Orion. Like, that's all I care about. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I have some coffee here. I literally just took some cold coffee that you can buy at the store, chai syrup, and some cinnamon, and some ice, and just mixed it all together and got my coffee, and it's so good. I love doing this. I also have other syrup flavors, but this is a new one that I just got, so love it. And now I'm doing some schoolwork. I really want to read my book, but I'm trying to be responsible and just get some work done because I've been kind of procrastinating. I'm gonna try to get this done quick enough so that I have time to read before I have to go take the kid I babysit to gymnastics. So, yeah. Let's just get to working. I know this is a reading vlog, but here's a little schoolwork time lapse to get a break from the reading. If you need some more time lapses in this vlog, because I love time lapses. When I watch videos, I love time lapses. So here you go. I won't let it go, 'cause I've been drowning, and it's how I stay afloat. Okay, so my hair doesn't know what it wants to do. So I finished my assignment with like 30-ish minutes to spare. So I'm gonna probably try to read a little bit. I also need to eat food because I'm very hungry, but I'm gonna try and do some reading and eat some food, and then I'm gonna go. But very excited because now I can read my book. Last night I got to page 148, which is about a quarter of the way through. So I'm very excited about that. I kept trying to go to sleep, and then I was like, this chapter's almost done. I'll just keep reading, and then I finally had to get myself to stop before it got too late. But yeah, also the sun is shining, which is like amazing. We needed this. I needed the sun. It was too gloomy, but now the sun is out. It's not super snowy. Well, it is, but my car is not completely covered in snow, so that's a good sign, a good thing, and I'm feeling good. Peanut, how are you feeling? Sick. I just got this cute yoga mat, so I did a little stretch before bed, nighttime stretch workout, and now I'm gonna read my book. Yeah, like I said, I'm about to read. It's 9 o'clock. It's Friday now, so I didn't update you guys at all yesterday. I did a little bit of reading, but I just was like, I'd gone to the gym, and I was doing class stuff, and I was just like lazy, so I didn't vlog. But I made it to page 217 in the book, so I'm reaching halfway, but still not there yet. Still got a ways away. But something different about this book compared to it, They Both Die at the End, is definitely the amount of perspectives we get. Obviously, there's Orion and Valentino, the two main characters. But we also have perspective chapters of side characters or supporting characters. So there's like Joaquin Rosa, the inventor of Deathcast. There's Valentino's twin sister, Scarlet Rose. There's even some like characters that don't really have that much of a storyline. They're just kind of helping the story go along. So like some of the Deathcast employees, some people who are deckers, the people that have gotten calls from Deathcast, and are on their end day, or people, there was one person who didn't even get called about dying that day, but he died anyway. Like, so here, clearly some flaws in Deathcast. Trying to figure that out. I don't know. At first I was like not liking it because I just didn't love these. Obviously, we're not really getting to know these characters, so I didn't love reading about them. And also this book is so long, like I'm realizing like that's what's helping make it so long. And personally, I don't feel like it needs to be a 550-page book. But obviously at the end, I'll probably have a different opinion based on how it goes or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like we've been at the same place with nothing really evolving for a while, and it's getting annoying. So that's my kind of negative thought right now going through this. I was loving this book for a sec, and I still am loving it. I'm just like, let's kind of pick it up. Obviously, we don't want to speed through it, and obviously, it's already a very quick timeline because it's only through the course of a day, but I'm just like, I don't know. With that being said, I thought I would do another reading time lapse because, A, I feel like I've done one for every single day that I've been vlogging, and B, it'll help motivate me to read. Made it halfway. It's the next morning, so I'm still in my clothes from yesterday that I slept in, but I'm on page 301, and Valentino was going to do this photo shoot on his end day and then couldn't, so Orion is gonna do his take his photos, and they're gonna like basically photograph his end day and all the firsts that he does in New York City. Anyway, they went to a pawn shop to try to find a camera, and it got broken into, so they weren't open, but they explained the situation, so they let them in. And the shop owner's son comes in, and they have this conversation, and I'm just gonna read it to you. "I thought we were closed, Pops," the boy says. "Fernand is crouched behind the shattered counter. We are, but these young men were gentlemen, and I decided to let them in. See how manners work?" "Yeah. Why don't you see if you can help them find a camera? Can I finally get that bike if I do?" he asks, pointing at the steel gray bike on the wall. "It's still not for sale." "Just say it was stolen, Pops." "Rufus." The boy sucks his teeth. "What?" Fernand comes around the corner, and the boy, Rufus, crosses his arms. "Go to the back and wait for me." That's Rufus from They Both Die at the End. Shook. Anyway. I saw that and I was like, no way, no way, no way. Be freaking for real. And it was real. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, again. Whoa. Can you even see that? Okay. Page 380. 70% through the book. And we just had their first kiss between the two main characters. 70% through the book. I don't remember if this was the same thing and they both did at the end, but why are we getting such a slow burn in a book that only takes place over 24 hours? Like, I mean, the chemistry is clearly there and they're really cute and all of the scenes have been really cute. It's like they've been together the entire time in the book. But I mean, come on, it took that long for them to actually kiss and do anything? Like, it's the end, it's one of their endings. Like, go a little faster. Anyway, 70% through the book. I'm now on page 407. Valentino and Orion are at Times Square, reliving their cute meet and trying to get a picture together. Because obviously, you know, they're capturing the memories and moments. And a guy goes up to them. It's a guy and his son, and offers to help them take the picture. And the little boy in the scenario is Mateo. And there isn't as much of a scene or dialogue as there was with Rufus. But I was like, oh my gosh. When I saw his name, I was like, oh my gosh. Also, I'm whispering because there's someone in the other room. And I don't want to talk super loud. I forgot to talk about this because I've been so caught up in everything going on with Valentino and Orion. But there's this sort of subplot going on with Frankie Dario, who is the landlord for Valentino's apartment. He lives in the apartment building with his wife and kid, but he's not great. He's kind of abusive. He's never actually really there. And so we're kind of learning about their story. And he has this weird kind of goal and objective with Deckers and the whole Death Cast thing. He's like wanting to follow Deckers or like know a Decker or something. But he found out that Valentino is a Decker, so they haven't given us an update about that in a while, but that's been interesting. It's like, what are you doing? But I still have like 25% left, so we'll see what happens. Now we're getting a Rufus and Mateo chapter? What is going on? Guys, I just realized that Dr. Emeterio in the beginning of the book, when Orion goes to the hospital, his doctor is Rufus Emeterio's mom. And I just realized that. It's all coming full circle, small world. I love it. Okay. And now we're getting Mateo. Okay, so it feels like everyone is at the park. Rufus and Mateo are at the park. Valentino and Orion are at the park. And then Pazito and Gloria and Rolando are together at the park. So Mateo, I feel like he has anxiety. He was very anxious about making friends. He was very self-conscious. But he got the courage to go up to Pazito, who he recognized from some of his acting roles, or one of his acting roles. And he was gonna go say hi to him, and then his mom was like, all right, let's go. So he didn't get a chance to, and that was so sad. They don't actually meet But Mateo notices Rufus at the park. I'm here because I want to read to you a part in the book that I just read and I really, really love, and it really stuck out to me, and I just want to remember this part of this book. Also, it's very emotional and it was very well written. This is Valentino talking to his parents over the phone or over Skype, telling them that he's going to, well, that he's a Decker. New York has been a roller coaster. Thanks for asking. Have you been following all the Deathcast news? Did you hear about the shooting that happened in Times Square? I was one of the people who got shot at, which was especially scary because it happened moments after Deathcast called to tell me I'm going to die. You're probably wondering why this is news to you since I've known since midnight. It's because I was willing to die without telling you because I don't believe you care about my life. I am your only son, your firstborn. The reason you became parents and you never even tried to love me once I told you I'm gay. There will come a time when you have to reckon with how you made me so unwelcomed that I moved away. But I want to thank you for being so unloving, because it pushed me out of your house and into the arms of a boy with the biggest heart. He's made sure my last day on this planet is filled with love and kindness I deserve, and I'm going to spend what's left of my life with him, even if that means I'm going to hell when it's all done. I love that. He really owned himself and like embraced himself and stood up against his parents, and I just really love that. Frankie's dead. He didn't get an end day call, but he died. And you know who killed him? Bazito, his child. His, 9-year-old child? But now, Valentino is going to the hospital because he fell down the stairs and I think he hit his head or something, but he's unconscious. The last part of the book. Orion and Valentino are going into surgery. Orion is getting Valentino's heart. The surgery was a success. Orion has Valentino's heart, and Valentino passed away. We'll pray for his soul and his family. Only the sister, Valentino's parents, can pray for themselves. I absolutely despise bold text. Like, it just hurts my head and it hurts my eyes. And there's been so many pages where it's been bold like this, and I'm getting annoyed. I literally hate, like, I had to get my own special copy from the library in middle school for the book that we're reading because my teacher's copies had this bold text, and I could not do that. I could not handle that at all. Oh, I hate that. Okay, anyway. That's not relevant. Oh my god, I forgot. Page 534. Okay, so this entire time, not really, but since the beginning, Dalma Young, Orion's basically sister, she's like a app developer type person, coder, and she's been trying to figure out an app that she would want to create, kind of relating to Deathcast and Deckers. And she was like, oh, I just realized the perfect app I want to create that would make sure no one dies alone. The Last Friend app, which is the app that Mateo and Rufus used because they both had the same end day, and they ended up spending their end days together, and I completely forgot about that part, how they met and everything. And it's all because of this app that Dalma Young created in this book. Oh my god. Orion's parents passed away in 9/11, and oh my god, Valentina passed away at 9:11 p.m. That book, and oh my god, this book was so good. Like, oh my god, it was clearly so emotional, and really just emotional in the last, like, tiniest bit. It was such an enjoyable read too. Like, I loved these two characters. The main characters is always what gets to me. In the last book, I was like, I love Mateo and Rufus, and in this one, I love Valentino and Orion. This was just a beautiful read, and I don't care what people say about how it like is the plot is ruined by the title. Like, there's so much more than just them dying. There's like these two characters meeting and their story and how they're gonna take how they want to spend their last day, and it's just heart-wrenching, and I really liked it, and I feel like it was so good. I'm still giving this book 4 stars because there were times where I was just like, mainly with the side characters, but their story had a point. Obviously, knowing Gloria and Frankie's story had to lead to Valentino's death, knowing about Joaquin Rosa and just everything all had a purpose. It all kind of was a full circle thing, but reading it in the moment was just like, everything just came full circle, everything tied together, everything tied to the first book, and it all wrapped up so nicely, and I'm really pleased with the ending. Scarlett ended up back in New York, or getting to New York, and now she and Dama and Orion can live a great life together. Orion calls his heart our heart, as in his and Valentino's, not just his, and not just his, you know? And I thought that was really sweet. But yeah, like I said, I just really, really liked this book. And that is the end of my reading vlog. First to die at the end. Thank you so much for watching, for joining me on this journey, on this wild, emotional ride. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!